then you probably know that for the last month, I've been on a road trip with my family. I just got home a couple days ago, and here's what it looks like at our house. So here's this huge container here, my garage, where we normally have just a clean garage with cabinets. You can see is completely full of cabinets and tiles, and our washer and dryer are over here. Wait until you see the kitchen. We don't even really have a kitchen anymore. In fact, check this out. So we come into the kitchen. Here's our laundry room. Everything's completely destroyed. Here's the kitchen. There is no kitchen here. It's actually completely full of nothing. And the entire house is really kind of torn apart. In fact, check this out. Our foyer, see this plastic? Our foyer, where we have this beautiful double staircase. Well, check it out. The staircases are completely torn apart. The stairs are cut. Everything is completely frustrating in this place. And here's another one. Ready? Here's my office. You can see my office has all wood. Nothing's done in here. And we've still got probably about 4 to 6 weeks of our rehab. Sorry, I got out of the frame there a little bit. And so I wanted to talk about this concept that applies like crazy to doing rehab in your house or doing anything like this, a remodel or any of this kind of thing. I call it a rehab because we used to rehab and sell houses. It's really a remodel when it's fancy like this. And I have this phrase that I share with my team often: progress often looks like destruction. And I'll be candid. So my family and I went for a month-long trip. We came back and I walked into this house and I was emotionally affected by it. I was like, oh, I wanted it to be more done. I wanted to see more progress. I could only see what was wrong. I could only see the challenges. Honestly, I could only see the destruction. I really didn't see any of the progress. I couldn't see that we had new floors that were being laid, that the cabinets are going to be incredible. In that moment, progress wasn't showing up for me. All I could see was what we had destroyed, what we'd pulled apart, what wasn't working, what wasn't happening. And there is such an incredible parallel for this in business. In fact, every month my team has a monthly theme that we share at the beginning of the huddle. And I think it was last month, a month before, maybe it was a couple more months than that. I can't remember exactly, but we had the quote, progress often looks like destruction. It's a Chinese proverb. We had that quote at the beginning of our huddle because in our business, we were undoing so many things. We were changing so many things. We were updating, making things new, canceling one program, refining another, and really moving in a direction that's going to create massive progress. It's going to be like we're remodeling the business. But even in a business, progress can feel like destruction. When we create something new, we're usually affecting something that was there. When we update something, we usually destroy the previous model. When we are in a place where we're making massive changes in our business, it can feel unsettling. It can feel destructive. It can feel frustrating. And when I say unsettling, it can be really unsettling. In fact, right now in our business, we are going through a period where we are making major changes. We're changing some of the aspects of how we deliver our products. We're changing some of what we do with our team internally. We're bringing some new people. We just brought a couple of new people on. We're bringing some more people on. All of that progress, all of that change can be seen as innovation and moving in the right direction and bringing in what we need to move forward as a company. But you can also just focus on what's broken. You can focus on what's not happening. You can focus on you can focus on the deficits. It's actually really easy to focus on deficits. In fact, when I look at us as human beings, especially entrepreneurs, I think entrepreneurs are like deficit-based human beings. We look for the deficit. We look for what's wrong. We have a hard time seeing what's right or celebrating a success or celebrating something that's moving in the right direction. In fact, if everything is moving in the right direction, you know this about yourself. I'm the same way. If everything's moving in the right direction and one thing's going wrong, that is where your focus will be. And so the analogy I want to make, or the point I want to make with my house torn up like this, with my business right now going through massive transitions, I am in a place where for me, even though I have the experience that I do, even though I coach other business owners, even though I work on mindset all the time, even though I've done thousands of hours of personal development, therapy, and personal work, I can still get caught up in this and let it affect me. Let it affect how I show up for myself. Let it affect how I show up for my team. The first day we were back from traveling was not a great day for me. I kind of had a little bit of an adult tantrum. And I think that as entrepreneurs, if we're not checked in and if we're not embodied and if we're not paying attention to how we feel, we can get into that adult tantrum place in our business. if the numbers aren't moving fast enough, if progress isn't happening fast enough, if we're in a state or in a time frame of major transition, we can just start seeing what's broken. We can just start focusing on the destruction. We can just focus on the deficit, the issues, the challenges, the frustration. And that, more than anything, as an entrepreneur, will hold us back. Because here's what I know about working with entrepreneurs for almost 30 years now. When our orientation is positive and optimistic, you know what's interesting? When you have positive, optimistic orientation, you find solutions and you don't see a lot of challenges. When our orientation is frustrated and anxious, when we're focusing on the deficit, when we're focusing on the destruction, not what's being put in new, our outlook will create a state where we don't see solutions, where we only see challenges, where we don't see progress, where we don't see ourselves moving forward. And that is near debilitating for us as entrepreneurs, because we are momentum-based beings. More than any other type of person in the world out there, I work with entrepreneurs, so I know us very well. I won't speak for everyone else, but entrepreneurs are momentum-based beings. And here's what that means. That means we live for momentum. We want to be in momentum. We want to feel momentum, forward progress, making things happen, the world following in our wake. And the way we do that is we focus on the positive. We focus on the progress, not the destruction. When something changes in our lives, we can look at that same exact thing in two ways. You can walk into my house right now and go, oh my gosh, the carpet's gone from the stairs, and the balusters are gone, and the cabinets are gone, and the entire kitchen is gutted, and it just looks horrible. Or I can take a step back and say the changes that we wanted to have made on the stairs have been made, and the new tile floor is being laid, and it looks amazing. And the cuts that we wanted on the stairs so that they're not so flagrant and fancy and curvy and all the other stuff that they used to do, so that they're clean and modern, have already been made. And if I come in here and rather than focus on the destruction, I only focus on the progress, I actually leave here feeling better and a little more excited. Honestly, still a little frustrated my office isn't done, but feeling better and a little more excited. You can do the same thing in your business. As entrepreneurs, it's up to us to monitor our outlook, to monitor our perception, to monitor how we're showing up. And when we find that we're showing up in a way that's negative, when we're showing up in a way that we're focusing more on the destruction than the progress, that's up to us to take a step back. Understand that progress often looks like destruction. Start looking for the progress, for the positive, for the move forward, and focus there. It will get easier for us. And let me guarantee you, it will get a lot easier for your team as well. Thanks for being here with me for this video today. If you are looking for help growing your business, growing your team, and you'd like to join an incredible community of entrepreneurs around the world that are growing their business in a way that's predictable, using the right process, structure, and routine, so that you as the entrepreneur no longer have to do everything, go to billionairecode.com, answer a few questions for my team, download the Billionaire Code, the 9 levels that every entrepreneur goes through to go from $0 to $100 million business. And if you are interested, you can set up a call with a member of my team to find out how we might be able to help you. And remember, for us as entrepreneurs, the definition of entrepreneur is taking a resource and increasing its value, having more equity, increasing equity for everyone around you, and making things better. But in order to do that, we always modify what's there. We always destroy just a little bit when we're making things better. And sometimes we destroy a lot, but that is progress. So remember, focus on the progress, the progression forward, the movement forward. Don't focus on the destruction. Focus on what's changing and what's new, and you will stay motivated with a positive outlook, which makes everything easier for us and our teams. BillionaireCode.com. Thanks again for being here with me today.